Listen, I'm not a shopaholic. I swear. This is a fluke. It's a fluke that I did this like 3 times in a row. I'm usually not like this.
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
Well, hello there. So today we are going to be doing a good old-fashioned thrift haul. Now, I've already hauled some of these items over on my TikTok and my Instagram. However, if you have already seen those videos, don't worry. There's some extra goodies in here as well that were not depicted in that video. So on Saturday, I woke up and I had the random itch to go thrift shopping again, even though I just went. I wanted to get some frames for some artwork that I still haven't been able to frame, and I didn't want like basic frames, if you know what I mean. I'm looking for 11 by 17, which is apparently really hard to come by. Now, you can find like those basic poster frames at Walmart and at Michael's, but anything cute, not so much. So I decided to venture off to Goodwill and see if I could try my luck and find frames of that size that are also cute. Spoiler alert, I didn't find any frames of that size. However, I did find frames. Lots and lots of frames that I really love. So I'm going to show you guys those frames today. In addition to hauling these items, I'm going to be showing you guys some items that I also picked up at another thrift trip today, because I went again with my mother-in-law because one of the stores that we frequent was 50% off, so we had to do it. Also, to keep this interesting, after we're done hauling everything, I'm going to show you guys how I'm going to style these items in my home, as well as the items from my previous thrift haul and the things that I got today. That way, it might be helpful for you guys if you see things that you're like, oh, that's cute, I like that, but you don't know how to use it in your home. I will show you guys what I'm gonna do with them, where I'm gonna put them, how I'm gonna style them, and then there's gonna be a few items that I have to DIY, so there will be a couple DIYs in this video as well, so stay tuned. Here is the first item that I picked up on this trip. It's this cute trinket jar. I did not have a cart when I first started out. If anyone has ever been to Goodwill on Saturday, you know that getting a cart is very difficult. So I had to go on the list. Meanwhile, I had armfuls of stuff. Let me show you guys the second thing that I found. And oh my God, once I found this, I knew it was gonna be a good trip. I was like, oh yeah. It is this painting in this beautiful frame. I'm not really in love with the painting. However, after thinking about it, I decided that I'm probably gonna redonate the actual painting, take it out of the frame, and then when me and my husband do our fantasy themed photo shoot in the Redwoods this summer, I'm going to have our favorite photo printed on a canvas at Costco and have it put in this frame. And I'm gonna probably put this in our bedroom. And even though these frames were not the size that I was looking for, I still got them because I do have some artwork that would fit in here. This is an 8 by 10. It is silver, and I am going to put some rub and buff on here that's gold. Stay tuned for that because one of the frames that I got, I already did that too. So, and then this, I liked it for the frame, but it's also a mirror. You never have too many mirrors. Mirrors help make the room look bigger. So I have to find a place for that, but you guys are gonna see that process in this video later on. We have a cute little silver frame. Again, I'm gonna make this more gold. Those were 69 cents. And then I already have a piece of artwork in here. So this is kind of a spoiler, but this is a piece that I got from Sibyline, and it doesn't quite fit in the frame, but I don't have a frame that fits this piece. So there's like a little bit of a border, but I'm gonna see how I can fix that. And these were previously on my wall on a string that had like star clips that had LED lights in them. However, I love that thing, but it's just not really fitting the vibe of this room anymore. So I'm gonna take them down and I'm gonna do a gallery wall behind my desk. So you guys will be seeing that. And speaking of Sibyline, this was one of the other silver frames that I got, but I rub and buffed it gold, and I really love how this art piece looks in here. There was a lot of space in here, but I just put it up against the white paper that was already in here, and it just looks like a mat around here. And then I picked up a couple more vintage books. We have William Shakespeare, really nice book to put on the shelf. And then I already have a copy of Alice in Wonderland, but I really like this one because it's brown and gold. So I don't know if I'm gonna get rid of the other one or possibly give it to a friend, but I really like this. This next item, I saw it out of the corner of my eye and I ran over there. I almost ran someone over. Poor lady. Her life flashed before her eyes as we have this beautiful wall-mounted lamp. I have to get an extension cord. I actually already have a spot for this, so you guys will see me hang this. These actually didn't come with it. I found these in another aisle at the same thrift store, and they are the perfect bulbs for this. So that was kind of perfect. It was meant to be. And then this was falling out, but my husband fixed it. So stay tuned to see where I put this. Oh, yes, the brick. There were a lot of cute little house things, but I really love this one because someone DIY'd this. This is a brick that they glued stuff onto, and it's really cute. So I put this above my on top of my shelf, and I put it next to my little Hobbit fairy door, which I will show. Okay, now getting into the things that I got today. Let me focus. So we just popped into the first store, and then we were already out there, so we're like, we'll go into Goodwill as well. So let me show you what I got at the first store. It is this butterfly decorative plate. I'm becoming my grandmother and getting decorative plates that you hang on the wall, but I just love the butterflies. And it was $3, but everything was half off, so this was $1.50. And I got yet another frame. This one is really cute because it has these flowers around it, and I think I'm gonna put this on that gallery wall with my postcard size prints that I usually get. So I'll just put them all, you guys will see. We'll get there. And then to put with that, this really cool castle ink drawing. They had some other buildings, but I like this one the most, and this will go really well with the Scotland castle that was in my previous haul, which I'm gonna show again because I did a little DIY with it. So next, I got a couple of glasswares, and normally I wouldn't buy things like this, but it was half off, and I had an idea for this. It's just a little jar, like you could put syrup in here, other liquids, like I've seen DIYs on how to make your own like blueberry syrup, and I thought that was really cool. And then you can just stick it in here, and it's a cute little jar, a little decanter. It's a little candy dish. I was eyeing a different candy dish that kind of reminded me of my grandmother's, but then I saw this one and I liked it more. It has like blueberries and leaves. Love it. Let's start with books. So I'm still on the hunt for vintage style books, but I found this in the children's section. It's just a volume of children's stories. And what caught me was the sword. I saw the sword and I'm like, that looks pretty cool. So this will go with my Alice in Wonderland. And then I got a couple of art books. The first one is American Impressionist Masterpieces, and this is from 1994. There's actually a dedication inside, so let's read it, shall we? You are a great friend. Thank you for everything. Keep smiling. I hope you enjoy your book. I picked it out just for you. February 9th, 1994. Love, Nikki. So sweet, except that, you know, her friend donated it. And then the second book, I immediately was drawn in because, of course, my love, Van Gogh. And it has some other artists in here as well. It's a book of, was this an Impressionist? Yeah, both Impressionist artist books. And there's also a dedication, but it just says happy birthday to so-and-so from so-and-so. Right off the bat, we got some butts. Since this is Impressionist art, will probably be not the last butt in here. But I like this book. The next two items look like they go together. First, we have this round painting of some roses in a really cute frame. It was the frame that drew me in. I'm a sucker for frames lately. And then this cute little glass jar, I guess. I didn't think to read on the inside first because there's actually a thing written here. Needless to say, I did not get this from my mother, but there's gonna be things in here anyway, not gonna see it. Also, my mother-in-law bought my stuff at Goodwill today, so technically it was a gift from a mother, my husband's mother, so. And again, they're a match made in heaven, so this is gonna go in my bedroom, as is this, along with the flower thing, the wall thing. One last thing at Goodwill, I almost forgot. And it's massive. It is this, and I'm gonna blind you. I'll try not to blind you. This mirror from, I think it's an IKEA mirror. I can't remember what it's called. I used to have the smaller version of this and I got rid of it, and then I started to regret it once I started getting into like provincial Regency stuff. I'm like, God dang it. But I found one and it's bigger, and the only problem with it is someone wrote "Be Our Guest" on it with, I don't know what, hopefully it's just chalk paint and I can get it off. But I have an idea for this, and this is going to be one of my DIYs, and it's inspired by a Fairycore TikTok DIY that someone else did. So again, I'm not special, I'm copying someone else, but I've been wanting to do it, but I didn't want to do it with an actual antique mirror because it involves hot gluing things to the mirror, and I'm not about to deface a $200 mirror. But this, it's plastic. I will gladly hot glue all the things to it, and hopefully I can get this off. If not, I guess it's gonna be for my friend who's getting married soon. She can use this like at her guest table or something, I don't know. So those are all the items that I bought at these last few trips. I can't say that word. Cumulative, that's a hard word to say. An amalgamation haul of things that I've bought recently for my home because I've been on a decorating kick. So now the next part of this video, I'm going to be showing you how I have styled the things that I've bought thus far. We're going to do some DIYs, and then we're going to hang some stuff on the wall. Isn't that going to be fun, guys? So stick around. Stick around. Don't you leave. I see you about to click away. No, stay.
Welcome to the series of unfortunate events, aka me trying to clean this goddamn mirror. Alright, I'm sorry I got a little bit emotional there, but honestly this mirror was a freaking nightmare because in my head, I assumed that whoever wrote the lettering on here either used some sort of water-based acrylic or chalk paint pen, or at worst, an oil-based paint pen. So my plan of attack was basically just work my way up in terms of strength with cleaners. So I started with Windex, which I needed to clean some dust off anyways, and then I went in with Dawn dish soap and water. And as you can see, that was not working. The lettering was still on there. So I tried Goo Gone, which I thought it was working, but honestly, it wasn't really doing anything. See, what happens whenever the lettering gets wet, it appears to darken, or, well, I say lighten, but it gets a little bit lighter, less noticeable.
So upon doing more research, I found out that Goof Off and Goo Gone are two completely different products. Goof Off is a more potent chemical-based treatment that can take possibly things like this off, whereas Goo Gone is a citrus blend of chemicals or whatever, and is good for residue, but not so much oil-based paints. So hopefully I'll get myself some Goof Off and we can use that. But first I'm going to clean this better so we don't get any chemical crossover, because it's kind of stinky in here right now.
Then I tried a mixture of baking soda and toothpaste so that I could try an abrasive in order to break it up, and that proved unsuccessful as well. Got my hands on some Goof Off, which I thought would for sure work, but...
Okay, so this is proving a lot more difficult than I had expected. Certain spots are kind of starting to lighten up a bit, but right now I'm using Goof Off, which is very stinky. It kind of smells like paint thinner and nail polish remover mixed, and it's very stinky in here. I'm pretty sure this is permanent. I don't know if I can get all of this off. I'm pretty disappointed, to be honest.
And I'm sure at this point you're all wondering, what the heck is that written on with? Well, I have the answer for you. See, I took to TikTok, which apparently has all the answers, and it turns out that the lettering is permanently etched in using an etching cream. Yay! So yeah, that's not coming off. But if you're following the saga on TikTok, then you already know this, because this is actually from a while back. So it's at this moment that I would like to leave a very special message to the person that decided to deface this mirror with their awful attempt at hand lettering. I don't know what part of Ray Dunn Pinterest you crawled out of, but get another hobby. Please, don't be my guest. And with that, I'm done complaining. Not much to explain here, I'm just hot gluing moss all around the mirror, and the moss is from Walmart. Yep, nothing fancy, just good old Walmart craft section. And then the butterflies are compliments of Jeff Bezos. I will of course be linking these in the description. There'll be affiliate links because I need money. If Jeffy Boy can afford to send himself up into space with a rocket, he can afford to pay me a little bit of money from affiliate marketing. I keep my lights on, he gets to live out his 9-year-old fantasy of being a supervillain. Win-win, baby. Isn't this lovely? Look at her. Now I just gotta add mushrooms. And here I can be seen applying some gold rub and buff to this frame. Here I'm using a paper towel to buff it in, however, I don't really recommend that. Later you'll see me switch to a microfiber towel, which is right here. I also recommend perhaps using a brush or a sponge, because the paper towel just doesn't hold up. I also recommend masking off the glass or taking it out completely. I didn't think that far ahead. Work smarter, not harder. I started to do the same with this frame, however, I didn't like how it looked, so I decided to go over it with black acrylic, and then I went back over it with the gold rub and buff just to give it a weathered feel. And then later on you'll see me redo the other frame the same way because I wasn't really liking the silver poking through, to be honest. I liked it on the other ornate frame that I showed earlier, but not the one that I just did. Especially for this one, I feel like the sharp, ornate details lend itself well to the weathering effect. It really has the crevices in order to retain the black detail. I really feel like this frame complements this print a whole lot better than the frame that it originally came in, and then I really like these vintage reprints in this frame. And as I stated earlier, here is me reapplying the Rub and Buff over the black acrylic coat that I decided to do on this frame instead of just letting the silver poke through. I definitely like it a whole lot better than before. Also, definitely learn from my example and wear gloves. I did not. I kind of started out wearing gloves when I was using Rub and Buff for other projects, and then I took them off. It's recommended to wear gloves and not allow it to touch your skin. Just for a safety note, don't do what I do. Yeah, much better now. And then here we're going to be establishing some progress of the decoration process. This is next to my husband's side of the bed by the bathroom. Even though he literally does not care about how I decorate, I tried to use the more masculine details on his side. Whereas on my dresser and on my side of the bed, I use the more flowery, girly features. But as I said, he doesn't mind, and he actually really loves this wall lamp. And a progress shot of my bedside table, however, it has changed since then. And this circular shelf is from Ross. And then these wall candle holders are from an antique fair. And then here's his dresser. I used the silver trinket jar for his dresser because it reminds me of armor. For his stuff, I try to lean more Nightcore. Here is a progress shot of the gallery wall in my office. So I finally found some frames for these two pieces of art. I have to tell you, it was really hard to find the right size that wasn't just basic. Most of the ornate frames are 8 by 10 or I think 10 by 14. So finding 11 by 17 was pretty challenging, especially free shipping on Amazon. So I'm gonna actually be linking these in the description because I know some of you guys might be looking for these, and I'm really excited to hang these. I still have to find a spot. I'm not really sure where I'm gonna put these. I'm kind of running out of wall space in this room, which is why a lot of the small ornate frames that I thrifted are now in our bedroom, which is actually a good thing because our bedroom was kind of bare when it comes to decor. So now our room is starting to look really nice. But yeah, I'm really excited for these. I've been on the hunt for frames that fit these pieces of art and that also fit the vibe. And it looks really nice, you know, with that artwork up there, and it matches the aesthetic of the room. So I'm not gonna, actually, you know what, let me just show you guys the rest of the room because it's pretty chaotic. This is what we're working with right now. It's one of those things where it gets worse before it gets better. And then here's the process of me painting the mushrooms that I made out of craft foam clay. We got this for cosplay purposes, however, it worked wonderfully for these mushrooms. If you'd like a tutorial on how I made them, I did a tutorial over on TikTok, so I'll link that in the description. The paint that I'm using here is acrylic wash, and I realized that it looks a bit orange. In real life, it was a little bit more blood orangey red, but I can confirm that it did dry very orange. And I had mixed some yellow to lighten up the edges to give it more dimension, thinking that would help, but it's still pretty orange. I think later I add a little bit more red from one of my regular gouache kits, but it didn't help that much. I'm still debating on whether or not I'm gonna repaint them to make them more red or just keep them orange, because I already did the spots, as you'll see later, which I used a Posca pen for that. And then when I was painting the base as well as the stems, I tried to keep it kind of a taupey tan. I didn't want to go full white just to give it a little bit of dimension. However, I do admit that once it dried, it did turn a little bit pink or kind of a peachy color, which, if I'm being honest, doesn't look bad. It kind of complements the orange. So if I wanted to kind of go for an avant-garde paint job, I mean, I could make it work. It's kind of cute. Not realistic, but kind of cute. Let me know what you guys think of the paint job. Should I keep it? Should I repaint it? Because I haven't attached the mushrooms yet as it stands now, because I'm waiting until after my friend's wedding. She's going to be borrowing the mirror for the guest table sign-in area. She's a Disney fan and wanted her wedding to kind of have a fairy tale theme to it. However, she doesn't want the mushrooms. And that's where I'm gonna end the voiceover because Final Cut keeps crashing as I'm trying to record the voiceover. Yay!
Okay, I think that's where I'm gonna end today's video. It's already getting pretty long. I'm about to set up to start filming a haul from the antique fair, and keep in mind that I filmed the earlier clips in this video a lot earlier than the rest of the clips. I think I started in March. So I have been thrifting since then, so I have more things to haul. So I'm also gonna be filming another haul, and I'm gonna be doing a part 2 to this video and showing you guys where I'm gonna put those items and how I'm gonna style them, because I already started kind of planning out. In this video, I was focusing on my bedroom, and I think in the next video I'm going to focus on the living room, and then we're going to circle back to my office and do more in here because I really want to reorganize things. I'm also working on my bookshelf. I've rearranged it like 3 times. I've also changed the gallery wall behind you a couple times since showing you guys, and of course you saw that I finished the gallery wall in my bedroom, and I'm also going to be finishing up the gallery wall, the other gallery wall in the bedroom as well. I need to get a print of a classic painting that I changed to look more like me and my husband. That's gonna go in that oval frame that's over by his bed. So lots of things to come. I'm slowly making over my house and making it a little bit more royal core, cottagecore. You know, I always use the core words in these videos, but we're getting there. I think in my next video I'm gonna tackle the basket wall and take that down and make that more of a gallery wall with my newer frames and some of the things that I got from Rachel from Butterfly Thrift Dreams. I'll put her up. I can't remember what it is. I have a terrible memory. But anyway, thank you guys so much. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe. My cat wants to out of the room. She's meowing. Yeah, thank you so much. Please subscribe. Please like this video. And I just got monetized, so every little bit, if you watch the whole video, every little bit counts. I have a lot of goals for this channel. So thank you so much. Hope you have a wonderful rest of your day or night or middle of early dawn of the morning as you're having an existential crisis and an insomnia attack like I do all the time, you know.